conjunction with Bering, we are currently crafting the most devastating Size 7 multiple ship unit ever devised. The SF-7, being prototyped in both ballistic and laser configurations, is specifically designed to incapacitate capital-class vessels. Of course, with a weapon so refined, the task at hand is to try and design an equally sophisticated ship to wield it. Even with this prototype, Crusader is up to the task.
Stand to the eminent destination for live events and exhibitions.
At Crusader Industries, we believe that our values are more than a standard of behavior. They're our legacy and our inspiration. We don't defend them through sheer size or firepower alone.
Why not experience it firsthand with the test program? Many of the vehicles on display at this year's IAE are available to
Ourselves with those who share our core beliefs. We make sure the real heroes make it to where they're needed most. At Crusader Industries, we know that lifting up others benefits us all.
Whether it's innovative specialty style, reliable workhorses, or tried and true defenders, the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is where spaceship enthusiasts come to take flight.
All right, if you can't tell, today is day number 7 of the IAE Expo, Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. Today is Tumbrul and Anvil Aerospace, or no, Anvil. Crusader. So, Crusader and Tumbrul are God, I gotta turn that down. Okay, now that we can talk without being overwhelmed by ambient noise, these are the Hercules. These are massive cargo lifters and troop transport and bomber. So I believe this is the cargo. This is the troop vehicle lifter and bomber. These were specifically built for moving those big bad boys. The Starlifter, freight and combat. So they can fight. They have a hell of a lot of shields. And they're just a huge, huge ship. If you're running cargo, it wouldn't be a bad way to go. Because having the option, this is the freight. Having the option to carry large vehicles like the Tonk, which are these big monstrosities here. They're not the largest ground vehicle, but they are one of the larger ground vehicles. I still think this is a lost opportunity with the Nova Tonks. You got 3 of them here. You could put 3 different paint jobs on them, just like they did the ships, to show you that they have different paint schemes for them. But, okay, and this is, the freight and gunship. So that's the fighter, I guess. So it should be the one with the Moab on it. So it loses a little cargo area because it has the Moab bomb. which if you're wanting to bomb somebody, that's the bomb to use because it will take everything out. And down we go. Oh, here we go to some Tumbrul vehicles. The Cyclone. And all the Cyclones are pretty much the same except for the different loadouts, which I believe it's anti-air, and ground turret, and just cargo. There we go. See, this guy here has the anti-air missiles and gun turret. This one just has the anti-air rack. Doesn't look like it has the missiles on it. And this is just the ground turret, which I'm sure you could shoot up with, but it doesn't elevate all the way straight up, so it's not a good weapon to be shooting at ships with, but you could do it. See, these are the vehicles you'll get when you build your ground base and you're not full military, but you want to be able to defend it. And here are the Tumbrul Cyclones. There should be a racing and recon exploration, so it'll probably have a little longer range. This should be the racing. No. And as we get more and more gameplay added to the game, it becomes more and more, yeah, this is the racing variant. These vehicles become more and more important. There's a player-based race that they actually use these to run across the moon. And, you know, some of the races you can shoot at each other with, so having the gun variant is actually a good thing. Some of them you can't. So, you know, it's all good in good fun, but they're becoming more and more important as we go. But you can pick them up fairly cheap from a in-game vendor. I wish they'd finish this one. The Ranger. I want it just because it's a space motorcycle. Yeah. And it's combat, so it's got 2 guns on it. But it's got actual wheels rather than the hover bike systems. Okay, this is Crusader Spirit. Oh, this is the guy that they're going to try to replace or compete with the Cutlass Black with. So it's a medium-sized transport and fighter. And this guy over here, what are we? You're the Genesis Starliner. So this is the big person carrier plane, or ship, that's supposed to be set up for busing large loads of people back and forth and making money that way. It's not a system that's in game yet, so it's not a rush thing for them to get it out. But just looking at the model with all the detail and color and stuff on it, it's probably fairly close to ready. But it's not a gameplay that's in game yet, so not very exciting, but it's a good thing to keep an eye on. And up the stairs we go. And when I talk about buying these, please don't buy them with real money. Buy them with in-game currency, because that way we're using the game but not encourage him just to come out with the next pretty ship so people throw cash at it. We'd kind of like to encourage the game developers to finish the game at some point. Okay. Oh. A lot of favorites in here. Okay, the Starfighter Inferno and the Starfighter Ion. I like the Inferno because it is the ballistic cannon. But in reality, unless you have a large support ship that can rearm every little bit, you're going to run out of ammo really quick, because this thing is mainly for attacking larger ships. So kind of like going after your hammerheads and above, and the ballistic runs out of ammo just too quick, way too quick. But it can throw down a lot of damage. The Ion is my favorite of the two because it's an energy cannon. It doesn't shoot as fast, but it does a lot of damage, and you can use it against other fighters, light fighters, heavy fighters. Problem is they've made it a lot less accurate, and they nerfed it pretty bad is what I'm trying to say after the original release. But it's still a fairly decent fighter. You just got to be patient with it. And this beautiful thing is the Mercury Star Runner. Everybody loves it because it's a little bit of everything. It's got turrets for the chin gun is for the pilot. It's got dorsal and belly turrets for defense, which is actually set up fairly well. If I was going to say anything bad about this, is I wish they'd put a rear turret for somebody to shoot. So it'd give you 3 turrets. It also has these cool little secret passageways for putting your not so legal cargo or hiding people on when you're boarded or whatever. Whole Millennium Falcon feel. It is a all-around good ship. It's not perfect for everything, but it's got enough cargo you can put a fairly good size ground vehicle in, or a lot of cargo or whatever. It's got data running. It's got just pretty much everything in game, and it makes it a solid all-around ship, and it looks nice too. Crusader builds just really nice, usable vehicles. So I hope you like the walkthrough, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.